paint. If acrylic paint dries on your clothes, it is permanent. Those will become your painting clothes.
Cool.
So try not to get paint on your clothes or on your neighbors. That's also important. Sometimes it's not you, but we tend to flip paint places. So don't paint your neighbor.
So I gave you 4 different paints. There's a blue, a little bit of a purple, some turquoise, and some white. We're going to be, if you notice where this side of it here, it's a little bit lighter, and I did that on purpose so that the dock would show up a little bit better than being so dark. So we're actually going to kind of start on this side and work our way over. Okay, and dip it in your water. And just barely damp it off on your paper towel. I'm going to start with some turquoise and a little bit of white, and I'm just going to mix it right in the palette here. And you just need a little bit to start. And with that, I'm going to take my brush.
There you go.
And just kind of give myself a guideline at the top here so that I remember not to paint that part in. It can just be really loose, just a little bit of a
Like a rain.
And so when you're painting this one, I want your strokes to be mostly vertical. And in this particular case, I'm going to hold my brush horizontal, fairly close to the handle. So let's just kind of start right above the dock here. And with the turquoise is one of the paints that, because it comes out of a tube, is a lot more solid, so you may need to add a little bit of water with this one. And just start brushing up and down.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do the same thing. You can come off the top of the dock here and draw a little bit of a line. And then just start painting it in.
The good thing about acrylics, we layer, so it's easy to come over the top of the color, so it's easy. All the way to the top.
Down to the dock. Have you guys seen me okay, canvas? And I actually like the paint size. And I'm also going to come up in here and start adding that, a little bit of that into this mix. Off a little bit lighter at this point. But I want the back. Day than this, right? So beautiful location, great wine. I don't know. I'm just doing this. Nothing better in my eyes.
No, to Pewcrest. But she is an artist in residence with the Umpqua Art Center, and so and they get.
I need the structure. Yeah. I just wouldn't know. And I know Bryce could tell me or help me or whatever. But I've realized this is the most consistent I've ever been with working out, and it's been a year now. Which is more than like
Oh, yeah. Now you can pull in your top with your straight purple.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's working great. That's fun that you guys can do it together.
You're happy.
Well, can you like straighten your legs out? And I'm like, I can't. And he was like, well, that's all right. I don't care. Like I totally snapped at him and was like, I'm just doing it, okay. And it was one of those where you had so many reps to do and so many different things, and we'd already run 800 meters, and I'm not.
Just took some green and yellow and mixed it in together to get kind of a more yellow green.
Green and what? Yellow.
Green and yellow. Yes. And we're just gonna. This doesn't matter because we're gonna go over it completely. We just want to get the color base on this part.
You just take the yellow. Yeah. You can light your cigarette. You're kidding me. That's heat.
Well, yeah, the word probably helped. He doesn't say the wine today.
Okay, the last thing we're going to do when you're ready, and again, take your time, is we're going to paint the dock so that we give it a chance to dry. So I have my brown. I just moved a little bit of white from the other plate over. If you need white, we'll help you out. Yep. So Gary, right there, going to need some white, or Katie. And again, I don't mix it very well. It's kind of loose.
Oh yeah.
You like it?
So on the dock, you definitely want to stroke side to side. give that look of wood. And don't overdo it. Just a couple times going over it.
But the 6 brown ones and 4 black ones.
Wow. Katie, rescue the dog.
Yeah.
Even using just the straight brown.
All right.
He is, he's in at the window.
Oh wow, it smells so good over here.
Here for the wine.
To me, I like it because it's a way to get out of the house and away from the homeschooling thing.
I like it, but just like.
So when you actually finish your dot, we're going to take a break and let this layer dry. And come back and do some more details.
Russ is at the Winchester station on. When did he work? And he sends me a text. Guess what I get to do today? Or he goes, guess who gets to go?
I like the dog. The dark.
That's a little wide though.
Oh, I see. It's
Go
supposed
further
to
out, I
look
guess.
like it's coming back.
I don't know, it's a big Hershey bar right
Oh,
now.
you got something to eat?
They all look good.
Oh yeah, no, they look awesome. A lot of color. Nice.
Kind of hard to get that first.
That's good.
Mike is hanging off.
Use a little brown, a little white. You just sort of streak them in there. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. If your brush is dry, just dip it in the water with the paint.
You know what I noticed as I back up? It really looks pretty good. I bet if I got way up the hill, really good. Really nice.
Way up
We got a real stick down.
Small one. We're going to mix some green with a little bit of yellow, not as much this time. So all you're going to do, again, holding the brush horizontal, is just make some ovals like this. Just kind of here and there. And then you can do some that are darker, that are just out of the straight green. So kind of just, without washing your brush, mixing them up.
Oval.
Ovals. So just like some ovals, and some bigger, some smaller.
Okay.
Pretty irregular. You don't want to line them up in any particular way. And I did them several spots without connecting. I don't want them all over the pond, so do them in kind of groups.
Yeah. There they are, like that.
Yeah. You can look how they kind of, well, theirs is actually a little bit more of a group, but. Jerry, can you go around and give them all just a little pump up with the cobalt paint?
Or some flare.
Okay, so once you get the swirls, whether you're kind of connecting them or not, doesn't really matter. You just want the effect of that. You can use the straight dark green. So if you don't have any straight dark green, give Gary a heads up, and we can give you some more. I need some more.
Yeah. It's, cover that spot I don't like in my pond. There you go.
Some brush.
Yeah.
So
Next like she's fun. Yeah, get on.
Oh, I'm good.
You okay?
All right. Yeah, she's really worried and she and her husband are one of the number 8 gym. So like the 8 started. Like regularly. Yeah.
Got us.
this year, so that was. You have to listen to something. Let's grab a have fun to watch. And like keep around downtown. Well, we like going into the like antique stores and secondhand stuff and just the funky boutiques. But it turns out most of the weekends are
All different paints are wonderful.
It's coming to Jesus moment
About
about it
there and just
like last fall where he was like, I know
Just
the
a
things
blue.
Sure.
that you want.
So I have a pair of scissors, so I recommend kind of cutting it out, and a couple of you in the back are going to share. Figure out where you want it on the dock. So obviously you want to scoot down a little bit onto the dock. You can go right or left, you know, wherever you're comfortable with. And then we'll put a couple pieces of tape on that. Now normally I put these down on the table to sketch, but since we've got them all taped up for the wind, I'm going to try and just do it while it's on the canvas. So you have, this is graphite paper, so it's not carbon paper, because carbon paper has oil in it. This is just like the pencil basically. We're going to just slide it underneath.
Very good.
Making sure you get all the way up to the top where the tail and the head is. And then you're just going to sketch around the dog, and that'll give you a nice image to fill in. We're using a ballpoint pen because it makes a cleaner line.
That's fine.
how she
And you
If you gals are ready, then we'll.
once you draw it on horizontal, you may
Are you ready
even
for
want to
zig?
paint that part on
What have you
horizontal.
got? You wanna do some more?
Normally
no,
if I'm
I'm-
at the studio, I think
I'm
it's easier
definitely
to
good
do
on
it
it. I
detailed
want to like
that.
but
If you're on the easel or
that
flat.
kind of
Okay.
smaller.
What do I got? I got a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how we're going to make them smaller.
Good dog.
Cut about an inch around Ziggy, and then you have your little one up there too. Take the carbon away.
Okay, so it makes more sense. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, with carbon we don't need to clip.
Spots.
Wait, what?
I made actual wood pallets instead of canvas. And there was a silhouette of a deer head. That was awesome. This should trace unless you had it upside down. Do you have it this way or this way? Yeah. Oh, no, you don't get out much either, but that's okay.
Stick figure dog for your ground.
Exactly. Some ribs.
Don't you think Ziggy has a big head here?
Oh, no, it's all coming together nice.
That's so cool. Okay, now what?
I think it was Katie's. It's yours or Katie's?
It's nice and cool.
It's the point, might be yours. It's your painting. Do what you want.
Or like even coaching, even though it's not a lot of money, it's like, he loves doing that. And he got a way to make money. I'm like, so jealous. I'm like, I wish I knew.
Right next to the
So when you're at the point when you're done with your dogs and your duck, geese I should say, for the water lily flowers, we're going to dip this little micro in white, and it's really just doing a half a circle. So I just come straight around like this, like that. And the flowers are not always on top of a petal. Some of them are actually more in the water. If you look at them, they're in between. So you don't need to necessarily put them on top of a lily pad. And then once we've done that, we'll mix a little bit of a bright pink. So the red with a little bit of white.
Yeah, you do a little bit of the brown, light brown. And then you can see you kind of want to bring it, because it's wings. You kind of want to bring it like this, kind of like.
Oh, okay. So back.
Yeah, from the upper about 10 o'clock position.
And then I also take a little bit of
over here
dark
about
blue
the
right at
3.5.
the edge of this.
Oh, okay.
Jesus,
Find
I've
out.
got them fine. He's dressed up for very long, so we're thinking we need to get him a life jacket or like a pool.
So we need to put red or
So I think if he could keep
I
that
put
chest
red and
up,
then I put white on top.
Yeah,
So you can mix a little. So it's really just like a seed.
The white paint that I have.
No, there's a writing pen. She
Oh.
uses.
For Ziggy's pond.
Unless you want.
I can do it. All right. I'm gonna sign my name, right? Or we sign our names out over here on the side.
How nice that looks? That looks real good.
Done. Look at that.
Solid. Real good. Okay. Keep stepping on it.
13.
0613. Yeah.
That's what the boss said.
You actually paid attention to the scene. That's nice. I didn't like pull my head up very often to like actually look at it. Some of these, yeah. Some of them look silver, others look. There's two, I think there's a black and white stripe one for the
Alright. Well, let's say cheers to Delfino.
Cheers. Cheers to Delfino.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for hosting us. You guys all did absolutely amazing. Thank you.
I'm gonna leave mine here to forget.
So let me get the two of you together. Cheers.
Yeah.